What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. Let's get into the video, which is modifying, I guess, consider modifying our new vehicle. So if you watched the last video, which not many people did, if you go back and watch that one, at the very end, it kind of showed the vehicle. This is just gonna be an installation video of some lights for nighttime driving and just looks to make it look awesome. Kind of decided I'm just not gonna do a reveal video because who the hell wants to watch that anyway? So just gonna get into the video, which is installing these massive 7-inch floodlights on the front of this thing. So this is a Polaris Turbo R4 Ultimate, so that has the adjustable dynamic suspension, has a little GPS screen. Pretty cool stuff. From this angle you're not gonna be able to see, but we do have a windshield on it. We do have some whip lights back there because you do need flags and whips and stuff when you're out in the dunes and whatnot. And we do have a street legal kit on it, so we can drive it on the street. Got the temporary plate, just waiting for the permanent one eventually. So the thing we're doing today is we are installing these big ass lights from Auxito. So hit up my friends at Auxito, asked them if they'd be willing to send out some lights for this build. So they were willing to send these out. So they sent these lights to me for free. So thank you once again. I do have a discount code for you. I do have a link for their entire website. So if you do want to buy any lights, LED lights for your truck or car or anything like that, they have more than just lights like this. They do have replacement LED bulbs and stuff like that, which I do have a video on, which you could check out. I'll link in the top corner of my ZR2, which with diode dynamics lights versus the Auxito lights, and they're either basically the same, or the Auxitos are slightly brighter. So I'm a big fan of them. Plus the price is right. So I'm gonna get you in over here. So right now, all we have here, this is just a piece of angle iron that I have just in the garage. I've used for multiple projects, which I couldn't even tell you which projects I've used them for. I just have it, and I repurposed bits of it a lot. And this is what we're gonna repurpose it for now, or use a bit of it for now. So just a little angle iron. It's probably inch and a half each way. There's this little bumper here. So on the Polaris, there is this steel bumper here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna figure out the size, cut this down, and the only thing we're gonna be doing is drilling 2 holes. So 1 and 1 somewhere on there. Mounting this, that's where this comes in. Let me get this bolted back. Let me get this back on here. So gonna drill a hole, 1 and 1, have that mounted up nice and solid. Then these lights, they have a little bracket on here, which I'm probably just gonna modify a little bit, just so these bend back a little bit more. But we're gonna find a spot on here to mark off of. And we're gonna have 1 and 1, and we're gonna have these gigantic lights in the front. So just gonna figure out what we're doing here. We're gonna have to start cutting stuff, drilling some stuff, and go from there. Shouldn't be too bad. And then the wiring is just where it gets a little more annoying, but no big deal. Let's get into it. I just looking over the footage and realized I forgot to film the kind of like finished product before we got into like the wiring and like what it looked like, but I had to do a little bit more modification than I did show in the little time lapse there. So just real quick, and then we'll get into the rest of it. So real quick, the light won't work, hold on. So real quick, the main bracket that holds the light on, I actually had to drill another hole and notch it out a little bit just so I can make the lights tilt back a little bit more. So that had to get a little modified. And then the back of the light, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it. You can kind of see my finger through it, but where that bolt comes up, I actually had to notch out the bottom of the light. A big chunk of aluminum down there, so had plenty of room to remove material, so I just used a little flapper disc on my grinder and kind of like notched out a little U shape just so that bolt doesn't hit the light and light to sit up straight. All right, everyone, so this is about a week later from the last clips you were watching about me kind of mounting the lights to the front of the vehicle. Now we're just gonna go over how to actually wire them up. So I'll show you the operations of how I have them hooked up right now, and then we'll go over some like how to do it, I guess. So right now they're there. The little orange guys are gonna be kind of daytime running lights. So as you see, this is me just keying on the machine. I have it set up to ignition power, so that's why those turn on. Then set up a switch on the inside, and that's how we run the other lights. So even turning the machine off completely, I still have power to those if I want. So now when we get into the wiring section, this is where it gets a little confusing. I've done these kind of like switches, relay things multiple times, and I still get confused doing it, so if you're confused, it's normal. Real quick, we're just gonna go over a few things you're gonna need to do this whole process to hook up a light switch, rocker switch, or whatever you wanna call it, to your side-by-side or even just a vehicle, truck, anything like that. So these lights back here actually came with the whole relay harness with switch, but I didn't wanna use that because the switch it came with does not fit properly with the whole inside of the vehicle. So I did buy a rocker switch kind of like this. That one's getting returned. I actually bought one off Amazon that was a lot cheaper and does the same exact thing. So I'll actually have links to all these things down below. So if you learned anything in this video, want to help the channel out at all, just use the Amazon affiliate links down below just to help me out, get a little kickback from that, so I can keep doing videos like this, I guess. But these are some things you're gonna need. So I will leave the link to the relays I used. This was the one that came with it. This is a 4-pin. I used a 5-pin just because I'm more familiar with that, the 5-pin style relay. So I'm going to leave the link of those down below. But relay, this is a little wiring harness for the pulse bar on these vehicles. So if you do not have that section, you're just going to find a spot to hook all your stuff up to. So this isn't completely necessary, makes it a lot easier. Some sort of crimpers and wire strippers, your rocker switch, and then this is your connections here. Also gonna need some wire to do all this. These connections down here, I believe these are from Harbor Freight, but I'll link some Amazon ones down below. So I got my little diagram here. I'll show you the little diagram if you want. Take a screenshot just so you remember where all the wires go. But this is where all your stuff goes. On the relays that are going to be linked down below, there's an extra wire, a red wire, that is not needed at all, so you could really just clip that wire off. But like I said, I'm more familiar with wiring those up, and this stuff is kind of confusing, so I went with what's more familiar to me, just to make it a little bit easier. But take a picture of this, and then this is the back of your switch. This is the back of your switch like this. Most of them are 5-pin, so your top ones are just, this side is basically together and this side is basically together, so technically you really don't even have to hook this one and this one up at all. But those you're going to bridge out, you're going to make a little jumper for those, and you're going to have a wire coming off of that, so you could hook up to either, so you could hook up to a ground, could be on your relay, could just be a ground anywhere. And switch, the little pin over here is your power that's coming into your switch, and then the one down there is your power going out of the switch. This is your wiring for your relay right here, and this is your little pulse bar harness. Just real quick for your pulse bar harness, your black wire is your ground, your red wire is your like full power basically from your battery, and then this yellow one is just ignition, so that's when you turn your ignition on, it powers up the yellow guy. Then your wiring for your relay up here, you're basically going to have your relay, like I said, the one that is going to be linked down below is a 5-pin. In my P-brain, it makes it a little easier for me just because I'm familiar with it. Black is ground. You're going to have your black coming out of your relay, connecting into this on one end, and then you're going to have basically like a little X connection. So relay, pulse bar going into it, then coming out is going to be coming out of it is going to be going to the back of your switch. That is going to have a jump one way, and then the other way is going to be going to your lights or your accessory winch, whatever you're using to power.
Then your blue wire coming out of there is your battery power. So that's what's getting hooked up to this red wire right here on your pulse harness, your pulse bar harness. So if you don't have that, you're going to be using a different power source, but that's what's getting hooked up to that. And then you're actually going to also have a wire coming out of that going into your switch over here for your power in. This is you're just powering up the switch. And then basically when you flip the switch, it gives power to the bottom guy, which sends power back out. This is just an on-off thing. It's this, you're not carrying any load through here, you're carrying load through your relay. Like I said, you really just need power to your switch as well. So the same power source, which would be on your pulse harness, your red wire, is going to be coming out to your blue on your relay, and then also going out to that pin on the back of your rocker switch. That's how you're getting power for that. Then this power out right here, that's where you're just going to basically have a one-to-one connection. So you're going to have power out going to the white wire on your relay. That's done. You're taking the red wire from whatever accessory you're hooking up. So if you're hooking up a light bar, light pods, a winch, anything like that, your red wire from that is going to go directly into the yellow wire from your relay.
All right, and here's another confusing drawing for you, just to kind of bring it all together.
So I was trying to explain before, you could take a screenshot of this. This is your relay, probably should have wrote relay. Black wires, you have 4 black wires going out. So you have ground from your lights, ground from your top of your switch, ground from, this is supposed to be the pulse bar switch, so ground from your pulse bar. Then from the relay, your blue wire, that's your power from the battery basically. And that's where you're coming out of your pulse bar, which is going to be your red wire from your battery. That is coming into your relay, and then you're also bringing that same power from there into the middle switch on your rocker panel. Then from there, obviously this is not white, but this white wire would come out of your relay into the bottom of your switch, because that's when you flip your switch, the ground is there, your power, you flip the switch, it shorts that out, sends power out from there into your relay, which basically turns your relay on. Then your yellow wire out of your relay is going to come out of your relay, and that's going to be the thing that is powering your lights. So basically your ground wire and then your yellow wire are your thickest gauge wires, and then the rest you really don't care about as much. This way all the load is in the relay and you're not passing any load through your switch. This is just an on-off which powers the relay, which takes all your load, sends it out. Then, like I was saying before, this one is not completely necessary unless you want to, but you have your ground on that side. Then this is your accessory power from your pulse bar. So accessory power could go straight to your pulse bar. And then specifically on these light setups, those little orange ones that I was showing you before, that has a separate wire. So I actually have the wire from the lights connected into this as well. So when I turn the ignition on, it turns those lights on. Just one other thing I forgot to mention is the wire numbers, because I just went with the colors. So your wire numbers all correlate on your relays. Sometimes it might be a different wire color. So if you have different wire colors than I do, take a picture of this just so you remember. So your 85 is your ground, or your black wire, or should be on most of your relays. Then 30 is the blue wire. That's the one you're going to give power to. So that's coming from your battery. Usually want to throw a fuse into that one. The wire you're feeding to the blue, you're also going to feed to your rocker switch to give that power. 86 is your white wire that gets your power. So that's when you flip the switch shorts out, sends power out, and that goes straight to your relay. Then 87 is your yellow wire, and that's the one that gives the power to your lights. 5 pins will have an 87A, I believe. I'm not actually sure what that one does, to be honest with you, but remember these also.
Hopefully that wasn't completely crazily confusing, but on the inside of the vehicle, this is what we're gonna look like.
So obviously this doesn't say bumper lights or whatever, which I could probably change this out at some point, but those are the light whips that were already installed. So that lights up. This one, turn that on. We have lights off, on. Then as you see, that whole light switch is off. When I turn the key, that's when that ignition wire is giving that power. And as you can kind of see in the reflection off of the water filtration system over there, the other lights are on, off, and they're off.
One other thing, if you don't feel like finding an ignition source, your switch is just going to work like the light whip one that I have.
This one was pre-installed before I got the machine, so as you see, it's off. You turn that on, the entire thing illuminates. And then when I turn the ignition on, it doesn't illuminate at all, but mine does. That's because I have an ignition source going to the power of the back of it. Instead of this one, which probably just jumped out from your main power, so when you flip that switch, it brings power to the bottom, which also jumps it out to the side.
Hopefully that helps just a little bit. I know it is confusing. Like I was saying earlier, I've done these multiple times and I'm still confused every single time I go to do it. It takes me like 20 minutes of research of looking at different videos, my own videos and stuff like that, just to remember. But we'll go over, I guess, the mount that I made up, because I kind of just stopped in the middle of filming that. So we'll go over this quick. This, as we saw, it's that piece of angle iron, which I wish I had some matte black spray paint. It would blend in a little bit better, but I have that. I have it drilled into this little like bull bar bumper thing that's here. Then the light switch, the lights pods are attached to that. As you see, I kind of like, not gonna be able to see very well, but I trimmed that down just to make it a little neater. And then we just have our little harness going through, looping up and through a little hole in the firewall. These lights are from Auxito. I do have a link in my description to go to their website, and there is a discount code as well. If you want to get a light set up like this, they have other lights as well, LED lights, if you want to just change out your headlight bulbs, your tail light bulbs, stuff like that. Go check them out. Use those links down below. Helps me out, helps you out. Amazon links down below for the stuff in this little build process. Helps me out, helps you out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys. Peace out.